we've had people who've been removed from the forums because they were Jewish or partial Jewish ancestry who had renounced their ancestry in the past. I mean, that's something that's been brought up on the show before. And, I mean, that's an obvious conflict. I mean, is that something that can be addressed?
You know, I actually had never heard that before. I think that in cases like this, it's really like you gotta just, you know, I mean, there's an absolute purist stance, which is like, they're simply not allowed, in which case I have to go. And there's the stance that could look at this with like, okay, let's look at this as an individual case and see what the actual individual case is. And are there people that are advocating for those people to be let back in or something like that? Or are they just saying that we're hypocrites because I'm allowed and those people weren't? Or what are they saying?
Yeah, it's the hypocrisy issue, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and I understand. I mean, what can I say? Again, one, I didn't know that this was the case. Two, I think that despite me being me, I think I am an edge case here. And I think that I certainly, one thing that has been brought up is that there are people that feel like there are people that are softening their stances or are not as committed to the idea that they seem to be committed to a week ago. And it's simply out of loyalty to me. And it's possible that that's happened. And I don't condone that. I don't condone anybody like saying, you know, like basically softening their position on the JQ just to make room for me.
Yeah.
I don't condone, like, look, it's a weird case. I'm here and we did what we did. And in some cases, I think that what I've done is kind of speaks for me. So like if you had a guy that came and said, hey, you know, I'm partial Jewish, or I have a wife or a girlfriend that's partially Jewish. And, oh, by the way, I also created a podcast that attracted 100,000 listeners a week that was, you know, promoting alt-right ideas and white nationalism and a hard stance on the JQ. You know, then I would be like, okay, all right. You know, I mean, I would make an exception for that person given their accomplishments. If it's somebody that has not done anything and simply wants acceptance, I would say, well, you know, you kind of have to earn it if this is your case, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, you know, that's basically my stance on that. But in terms of who's going to be part of this movement, I would say, yeah, like, you know, it's got to be white people, and really Jews should be excluded. And if you're going to let in a mixed Jewish person, then they really have to have done something to earn that. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that in my case, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's, I don't know, it's almost identitarian, like the Southern nationalists get a lot of, you know, support from European nationalists because they like particular nationalism. And there's like several like open questions in the alt-right. There's like the pan-Europeanism and the, right. You know, versus particular nationalism.
I don't know that I'm going to be, I mean, that's a debate that's been around. Mm-hmm. Since before this
Christ, let's not do that tonight.
Yeah, that's been a debate that's been around since before this particular controversy. You know, like, so I don't really know that that's
right. I just brought it up because I'm a particular nationalist, and I don't mind. You know, I support other particular nationalists. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm a, you know, crush the urbanite, you know, almost medieval dominionist sort of, you know, Christian. So